That is a lot of money, but I have economic ideas and I really want to start actually doing some of them. We'll hire you. Monarch points more important than money. Though that's not always true in this mod. Money is certainly proven to be far more conducive to a good time than usual. Pisa proposed as a council site. Catholic Church has a tradition of calling church-wide councils to decide divisive issues. When a firm decision or reforms are needed, a council would be called, in which hundreds of church leaders would meet, debate and vote. Because these councils were so important to the church, they were highly political, and months could pass as countries sought to find a suitable location to host it. The Gonfaloniere of Pisa proposed that we hold it in Pisa. Pisa does not have a cardinal. It's no threat to me. Yeah, Pisa's fine. Hey, Dark Engineer. What did you miss and how can you help? You missed a civil war, which was probably the least exciting civil war in the history of civil wars. All it did is cost me a bunch of money. San Malo is now a part of our patrimony. Good. Let's start drilling you again, so Operation Awesome Cavalry can be continued. I thought I was trying to gain money here, not lose it. And this is after I turn the forts off. Okay, we are gaining. It's this continual flip-flopping. It's never sure whether it's coming or going. I have a free diplomat. I think I'm going to use said free diplomat right now to improve relations with my allies. Damn it. Another cardinal gone. Was that two gone? No, that was the same guy. And this is a new election cycle. And I have basically no papal influence. Yeah, I think that we've well and truly lost this now. There's far too many cardinals for us to dominate. Well, we managed to keep it for a good 100 years or so. Greek science rediscovered. The Renaissance led many scholars to study Greek in order to read classical texts preserved by the Byzantines. Having spent some time in Constantinople, returned to Paris and spent years translating Roman texts into Latin, reintroducing ancient Greek and Roman concepts to French science. One of the most influential of these texts was Ptolemy's Geographica, a 2nd century atlas and treatise on cartography. The world map is a revelation to the Europeans and inspired later explorers to seek ways to travel across the Atlantic to Asia. However, it was also widely criticised for being inaccurate. We could do an expedition, we could publish it, or condemn it. Well, I'm going anti-papal here, so I'm going to outfit an expedition immediately. And that will actually allow me to go up in Diplo, because we got the 60% chance of 200 Diplo tech, which is good. Salt crisis. Rumours are sweeping the country that there is a shortage of salt. Production efficiency goes down. That's unfortunate. So since he can't control the papacy anymore, he instantly goes rebel. Yes, obviously. That which I cannot control is heretical. you can't keep it, destroy it. I see. Yeah, see? Hayate, you get it. I could have sworn this number is supposed to be going... Oh, I just spent 25. Never mind. I just can't keep my money. Just give me more money, please. France needs to be able to go Anglican. I'm kind of disappointed that if England chooses the missionary option that they can't. Like, actually start exporting missionaries and trying to get other people to go Anglican. Mordred's experience of burning things he can't control. A certain city comes to mind. I wonder what city that could possibly be. I really am not sure. Council appeals begins. The General Church Council has begun. Bishops and cardinals from across Christendom are meeting to discuss and debate finer points of theology and reform the Church. Bringing together hundreds of learned and important men can lead to great changes, or to hot air. The Council will only meet for so long. What should our delegates try to introduce to the Council? Desire to reform the Church comes from many sources, including but not limited to simony, absenteeism, particularly corrupt popes, papal efforts to raise funds, personal corruption of clergy, movement towards popular piety. Oh, I see. These are the numbers from actually trying to reform. Without instruction. Absenteeism is a problem. Simony is lending money? Need to double check that one. Buying and selling of ecclesiastical privileges, for example, pardons or benefices. I don't have a huge problem with that. Absenteeism, though, is a problem. So we're going to reform that. Simony was basically the sale of indulgences, which I haven't had a problem with because I haven't done anything particularly bad yet. Either it's worthy of excommunication or I haven't done it. Or rather, I should rephrase that. It was either worthy of excommunication or not bad enough to even count for an indulgence. There you go. So chat, what French Republic are we in? Oh, in real life. I was going to say, French Republic right now, considering we're a monarchy? None. In reality, I think it is the 4th. Google it. Oh my god, Venice makes so much money. Trade. Right, plague's still here. Yeah, okay, so that's still causing me problems. That's why my money is not improving. Education's fallen again. Son of a bitch. Well, the golden age of France has definitely come and gone. Currently it's the 5th. Ah, okay. Oh, now you're saying I'm making a small fortune. Because public services and toll loss has gone down. One thing I want to just double check related to that. Change last year was 0.4, and that's with me still investing. Like, this is huge. I don't understand how you're ever supposed to stop this and keep a reasonable budget. With the court I can understand because I'm reducing the funding on that. It's not like education isn't benefiting at all. It's getting loads from church contributions. In fact, that probably went up when I introduced missionary school, or not missionary schools, what they're called, monastic schools. Pastoral farming. The countryside around the city of Tolzan along the dock is perfect for the farming of pastel. What the hell is pastel? Oh, dyes. Okay. Cool. Oh, there is another thing I can do. Hang on. Artois, I don't think I can seize anything else from you. No, I've already seized all the things from everyone. And Artois is an OPM, so I can't seize their territory. Plague ends. We are safe for now. So with that, my income should skyrocket. I wonder... why did professionalism go down? It was 11%. I wonder if that's tied to troops now. As you lose troops, you lose professionalism. Because that would make a lot of sense. Alright, so England's got 12,000 men and 28,000 manpower. Out of a total force limit of 14. But again, they'd have to land them. So if we were to declare war on the English now... Ladbroke is there. Where's the other one? Wait. The Channel Islands are actually a province now? Can't click on them. Oh, it's a wasteland. So they exist, but they don't really exist. It'd be kind of cool if they did. What was I saying? Wars with England. Ooh, Aragon would actually join on my side. Just for the lols. Anyway, what was I saying? Labrit's there. Lapurdi is there. And the Pale of Thingy is up at the north. Okay. %% AE. Prestige, 100% cost for conquest of those. 20% AE. Following are disabled forced conversion change government forms. Oh, conquest, you could do anything. Well, I don't mean to do any of those. Channel Islands are a wasteland, same for the Isle of Wight, just like in real life. Ooh. Hey, Marshall. What about the Principality of Sealand? Well, that can't exist until World War II. So, Scotland won't join, which I'm totally fine with, because I don't want England invading them. Brittany will join, which is fine. Oh, I still have a truce with Brittany. So what I want to do is wait until Brittany loses their truce, because they are only allied with England. Then I can co-belligerize them and take land from them as well. For much cheaper AE. Because I especially want this one, because I want to set that up as my centre of trade, because I suspect that's going to hugely increase my trade income. Okay. So we need to wait a few more years, which is fine. That's going to let me recover from the plague. DeSalad, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the channel. Our court painter has drawn our attention to a magnificent new painting finished by a Renaissance master and encourages us to bring it to France. The painting is simply a portrait of a nobleman's wife, yet it is far from simple. The portrait is not only beautiful, it also uses a number of techniques unheard of by French artists. The use of landscapes in the background, the illusion of three-dimensional features through layers of semi-transparent glazes, and the illusion of light and shadow created by painting without outlines. The sfumato technique is groundbreaking, and this painting is a masterpiece of the technique. Surely its enigmatic smile deserves to hang in the king's palace. Generous stipend. Gain a skill 3 stability interval decrease. Artist of Francian heritage following the Catholic faith. 50% cheaper. Purchase it and paint it publicly, or send artists to study it. I can't afford this guy. A skill 3? I can't even see what the price of skill 3 is. I mean, you're 3.2 at skill 2. So you're basically double the price. So if you're 3.2, then that will be, what, 6.4? So you'll go back down to 3.2. I definitely cannot afford that. So we're going to purchase it and display it publicly. Think. Because I do have admin ideas, and I do at some point want to be able to actually use said ideas. Expansion capacity, mine complex. In fact, these technologies aren't hugely important for me. The military one is. I'm not focusing military. Oh, I have 0 in military skill. Therein lies many of my problems. I'm going to focus military because I need to. I'm actually sorely tempted to take the +10 trade efficiency. In fact, sod it, all of these would be nice. And that would stop me having to pay Lyonnais constantly. Gonna go nom 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 on the poor Bretons and English, eh? That's part of the plan, yes. Ooh. That is tempting. Considering the problems I'm having with advisor costs. I'm going to offer them some low-level cabinet seats in exchange for that. That should sort out some of my monetary problems. And corruption reduction is really quite high at this stage, so it should go down pretty quickly. How much stability do I have? 84. Actually, I'm doing okay with that. Another advisor has just died. Sod. And I cannot afford to replace them. They're all level 2s. No! I can't afford level 2s. Give me level 1s. What is the proper term for the pre-Angle people of England? I thought they were Breton as well. Celts? I mean, Bretons technically are Celts. I would say, yeah, Celt. It depends how far back you go. I mean, modern English or English. Before that, Anglo-Saxon. Before that, probably Celt. Those guys. Britons, maybe. Yeah, you'd probably call them Britons. Bretons are people from Brittany. Britons are people from pre-Anglo-Saxon England. Didn't France use a flag similar to Brittany's for a time? What's the story behind that? They did. I'm actually a little bit surprised that they're not using it here. Advisor just had to die when I got my cheaper advisor cost, didn't he? Typical. Yeah, my professionalism definitely did go down quite sharply. Or I wonder if it just decays over time. It's either an over time thing or a you've suffered casualties and it will go down. Professionalism goes down by 0.3 per year. I wish it said that. Oh, it does. No, that's immediate gain. Base value minus 0.5. Drilling army is plus 1.2. Ah! Aha! That's not true in vanilla, is it? Pretty sure it's not, because I maintained my 100% professionalism as Britain quite a lot. Two advisors have now died. And they're all level 2. Son of a... Ah! Should never have done that. Estate interaction. Complete waste. So when am I going to be able to get the next level of military? Is England at level 11 yet? No, they're not. Well, that's good. This will give me access to bombards. It'll also give me more morale, which would be nice. More infantry shock, which is less relevant. When's the next cavalry shock come about? 13! Wow, that's a long way away. Infantry in the meantime gain another... Oh, only 0.25. And cannons right now have absolutely no military stats. They are purely for sieges. I like that. That's realistic. They did almost nothing early on in combat. But they were very, very good for taking down sieges. I wonder if any of my great nobles have bought any artillery yet. Yeah, they have. They haven't quite brought up to their force limit yet, but yes, they have. What do you mean useless for field battles? Got a rate of fire of 1 per 3 hours! And it's great because the next upgrade makes that an astonishing increase of 1 per 2.5 hours. Can I please have access to some tier 1s? Crikey. Right, has my truce with you ended yet? No, it ends still 2 years away. I can build cathedrals. Of course I can. quite a few places. Nope, I am saving my money. I need it for fighting. When the first bombards, practically giant stone tubes lay down at an angle towards the walls. I don't think they were ever made of stone. Vast amounts of copper? Brass? Not sure what the early ones were made of. Political marriage is a union, as it is a contract of mutual support. The de Blois family expects the king to heed the advice of the queen consort and actively look after his and their interests. Lose prestige, gain autonomy in Picardy, or gain autonomy everywhere. Lessened cooperation with the Blois at the local level, and they would hold it against us in the future. No. That's a huge difference. Vive la France, not la Bois. Yes, level 1 military, huzzah. Not a great one, but I'll take him. Well, I don't think it's so much about the debuff there, Atari. I think it's more about the subtle threat of they will remember this and will act against you in the future type thing. So it might be a small negative now for a bigger negative later, like Civil War or something. Hey Requin! How are you doing? Ooh. Imperial Reform, another one. After the reforms of the Reichstag and the Golden Bull, a system started reappearing where the Emperor could let his son be crowned King of the Romans while he himself was still alive. This created a kind of dynastic inheritance system which the Habsburgs used to build their dominance over the empire for the next few centuries. HRE's actually been doing a lot of these. Oh no, 2. Dynastic inheritance was a lot later on in the vanilla version. Reichsreform is a really good one. Tech cost and constructions cost? Nice. And once you get down here, they start to get really, really bad for the members. The early ones are good for the members. I wonder if... Well, actually, we have Renaissance now, don't we? Did that appear? Am I imagining this? Oh, it hasn't appeared. It's like early Renaissance, but the institution itself hasn't appeared yet. And Chinese meritocracy... Not even close. And there are still a lot of places that haven't embraced banking yet. Crazy. I got that one quite a long time ago. Unified HRE must be a nightmare to fight in this mod. Yeah, I would think so. I suspect it's also going to be a lot harder to get. Considering there are more... Actually, are there? I was going to say there are more reforms, but I'm not so sure that's true. All of the princes want the Reichsreform. I don't blame them. Complaints from several dignitaries in our country that new practices of our merchants are clearly heretical. Ignore them. I am France. I get a lot of prestige when I'm at war. Oh, an actual revolt. And a cold year. Crap. Right. Call the banners. Or rather, stop the drilling. Wrong place. Oh, it's a revolt, not in my territory. Orleans will owe me after this. A corrupt ambassador. Our representatives to other countries should represent us, our very best people, but unfortunately this is not always the case. Sometimes people are given posts as ambassadors because the administration wants them far away, and at worst there is good reason for this. As it turns out, one such ambassador has spent his well-paid exile further enriching himself with bribes. While this is not exactly improving our reputation with the locals, he has maintained important connections here at home and would not be dismissed without causing problems. Yeah, fine. Scotland can annoy me. We have inherited the throne of Alencon. Cool. So does that mean I need to marry one of my other minions? No, I wasn't actually married to them in the first place. High taxes, cultural and religious differences have caused unhappiness amongst the citizens. We can ignore them and get unrest in Alencon or autonomy in Alencon. That depends on where it is. There it is. Are you owned by an estate? Not yet. But considering how strong the nobles are, you probably will be. I'm going to wait until the end of the month and see if one of the estates claims it.